All right, we're going to go ahead and start our still life. We have our circle tracer. We're going to place it in the center, holding it with our helper hand. Very carefully go around. I'm going to start back up at the top, pull it towards me. Now we're going to make the rim of our plate, so we're going to go right around to the edges along the outside. So I'll start here, making this parallel as best I can. There's our plate. Now we're going to add our apples. Smaller tracer for our apples. I'll start on the, actually I could start in the center. Trace slowly. I'll put one fits here. Now if any of my apples go near the apple I've already drawn, I'm going to stop because that's going to show overlapping. It looks like this apple's on top of that apple. You know, overlap both of these. That would make it interesting. I have just a little bit right there. You can't go on top of any of the circles that you've already drawn. Gonna keep overlapping. Perfect, and I have my bowl of apples ready to go. All right, we're gonna start painting our apples. We noticed that apples come in lots of different colors, so we have green, yellow, and red to use. I'm gonna start with yellow first. I'm gonna take my paint, I'm gonna go around the edges of my apple for my circle shape. Now I can go ahead and pick up a little red or green. These are strong colors, so I'm going to start with just a little at a time and mix. If I keep going in this curved brush stroke, it's going to show some form. It's going to make that apple look three-dimensional. I'll clean off my brush on my messy mat. I'm going to try another one. Maybe I do a yellow and green one. Oh, I had a little bit of red still on there, and that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that. That's going to make it look great in a minute. Picking up my green, I'm going to start off with just a little bit. If I need to add more, I can. Using those curved brush strokes. Oh, I think that looks perfect the way it is. Clean off my brush. I'm going to do another yellow one. Maybe this time I'll get a little bit more green. Let's see what more green does. It's going to make it darker. Clean off my brush. What happens if I get a red one? A red apple in here. I'm gonna add just a wee bit of green. Now I know that red and green are gonna make brown, but I think this will show like there's a shadow. It's looking good. I think maybe I'll have another red one down here. I like that red. Anytime you need to clean your brush, just do it right on your messy mat. I'll just dip it in some yellow. The yellow is not showing up as much. I should have started with the yellow first because the yellow is the light color. Clean this brush off. Maybe I'll do a green one. Grab a little bit of red. I'm going to clean my brush really well because I think the last one I'm going to start with yellow. And maybe I'll just grab a little bit of red on there. Now we'll move on to our plate. Let's clean our brush. All right, now I'm going to decide what color I want to paint the bowl, the rim, and the background. I've added white and blue. I think maybe I'll try the blue for the plate. I'm going to try to get the edges first. Nice, load up your brush, nice smooth brush strokes. I don't want my arm to go in my paper, so I just rotated it. If you wanted to add a little white to that and blend it. I could have had white and blue. I could have double loaded my brush. All those curved brush strokes. Taking your time. Kind of shows like it's shimmery. I'm gonna clean my brush off as best I can. I think I'll do the inside of my bowl. I'm thinking what would be a good contrast. I think I'm gonna try this yellow. Go around your edges. Now that that's done, I'll clean my brush. Last thing I need to do is the background. What do I think? I think maybe I'll double load with red. Grab some red and some white and go all the way to the edges. More white's gonna make it lighter. Oops. All right, now we're ready to do some outlining. We're gonna go slow, take our time, go over our lines, remembering which apples are behind which ones. We don't wanna go ahead and add any Sometimes you have to pause and think, where's this line, this apple gonna start, and where is it gonna end? So you don't go over lines that you shouldn't be going over. We wanna make sure we're showing depth in our bowl. That means we're making it look three-dimensional. We'll go ahead and do the outer edges of our bowl and the inner, taking our time. Last thing we need to do is add some stems. There's a couple ways you can do that. You can make a little curved line, show the indent, And then add the stem. We have one upside down. What ways do you have? Some of my apples I probably wouldn't even put a stem on because maybe we're seeing the bottom of it. I'll leave those two. And there we have our Henri Matisse still life.